player, did any athlete in those tests refuse to take the test?
You know, we're never going to talk about specifics on how someone tested or what, you know, what the outcomes were, and so I'm just going to leave it there. We're going to continue to conduct our program aggressively, like we have proactively, and not talk about outcomes.
Even refusals?
Yeah, that would be the same as any other outcome in a test.
Eric, what was your...
I missed that last thing, Tom?
Refusals?
Refusals.
Yeah, if a player refuses a test, that
What
means
happens?
they're positive. Well, they test positive.
The way that drug protocol works is that if someone refuses to take a test, it de facto in the protocol becomes a positive drug test.
Are they declared ineligible?
It's not in our code of conduct.
It depends on, it depends if it's an NCAA or a Big Ten or a university.
I'm talking about under the school.
Under the school, we go to our code of conduct, and the first order of business is counseling. They don't automatically become suspended. It depends on each unique situation.
What was your, I guess, initial reaction to the news about Derrell? I know you had been more adamant in praising him this year. Was it shock? Was it anger? Was it disappointment?
If any player is arrested, and particularly in this case with the charges that were brought, shock's a strong word. I think I got over that about 20 years ago. Disappointment is obviously a big part of the equation. And I'll leave it at that.
Gary, with his arrest DJ Gay's arrest last week, the transfers, the actions of the last 6 days, did you have a conversation with Kirk about the state of the program or anything like that?
Well, obviously, I mean, for those of you who know, Kirk and I communicate, maybe not daily, but very regularly. And one of the things that I've always appreciated is whenever there's an issue, and most of them obviously aren't to this extreme, but whenever there's an issue, in the 5 years I've been here, nobody attacks them more professionally or deals with them more professionally than Kirk. And I say that with great certainty. So have we had conversations about each incident? Yes. You know, do I feel like, I don't know what your question, going back to your question, the state of the program. The state of the program is in great hands. We're dealing with some important and challenging issues, but I have great confidence in Kirk's handling of them.
Did you express a desire to rejoin the team when he's eligible to do so?
You know, that's a personal conversation, but my anticipation is he'll be back here in January.
Gary, you said that you have found evidence that student athletes have been able to get around the testing in some way. Could you give us examples of what you're talking about?
Yeah, Tom, we, just to go back and reiterate, we have not caught anybody getting around the system. But one of the things in drug testing, you know, is there's multiple ways, maybe you don't know, there are multiple ways across the country that people try to get around, you know, providing a
Are you talking about using, are they using masking agents? Are they using other people to go in and test? Is the testing not accurate in terms of watching individuals?
All of those are possible ways. Those two don't meet what we've learned, and I'm not going to talk about details. What I'm confident about, unfortunately, we learned that there's enough evidence in our protocol to say that we have to tighten up. That it's pretty likely that someone, and I don't know if it's one, I don't know if it's 21, but someone has gotten around this process. And if it's only one, then it makes you doubt, you know, all testing. So we had to make sure, working with Dell, working with the staff, that everything was tightened down. So that's the best I can give you, Tom.
How do you not know that Derrell's living with a drug dealer? How much policing can you do of that?
Where's it start and where's it end? I guess that's a question I'd ask you. You know, it hasn't been our policy in 12 years now. Maybe we need to change it. But we do not. Yeah, we don't do background checks on roommates, girlfriends. And it's, you know, like I said, it's a pretty wide circle of friends that our players have. So I don't know how you would track down or chase each and every one of them. And that was certainly news to me. What I read in the newspapers, I don't know if it was accurate or not. I'm not doubting the accuracy of newspaper articles, but you know, I'm not sure how you'd know that. Maybe that's something we need to do background checks on roommates that aren't on the team. We'll consider it.
What with Derrell, it's hard to imagine he didn't have a group of friends on the team who might have been engaging in the same behavior. Have you guys found that that is the case?
No, to answer your question, no, but, you know, the same behavior, and I don't know what his behaviors were, quite frankly, other than what I've read in the papers.
Drug use, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would say extensive, based on the newspaper articles, I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Kirk, are you able to point to the last month on the football field? Is there a tie to some of these distractions and news that it's coming out now, whether it's